What's going on, guys? Blessing to your family. The Arsenal champion is back in the house. Arsenal channel, your best and most credible source for all things Arsenal. You know how it is already, people. I can't talk. You know how it is already, people. So, game just finished. Arsenal 3, Manchester City 0. Before we jump into the game, remember to like the video. Remember to subscribe to the channel if you have not done so. It does a lot for the algorithm. Thank you for all the support that you've been giving me thus far. I'm getting a lot of love from you guys, a lot of comments, a lot of interaction. So I thank you. I thank you wholeheartedly. So let's use 2 seconds and subscribe and like the video, the channel. 1, 2. Love to you. Okay, so now that we have that out of the way, I want you to cast your minds back. I want you to cast your minds back to something that I said. I said that for rival fans, their happy time is the transfer market. That's not our happy time. That's not our happy time. Our happy time starts now. I said that the smile will be wiped off their faces as soon as the business part of the season begins. And today, that grin is slowly turning into a frown because it reminds them about this club. It reminds them of how good this club is and can be. Some of the Arsenal fans are included because suddenly they forgot how good this team is, how much of a unit that Mikel Arteta have put together. And today, that was just a reminder. If this team has the ball and they decide to be at their tip top best, you cannot get the ball. And when you do get it, we have units all over the pitch. That is how we play. It is very difficult to beat this team. And this team will punish you when they're at their best, right? And we saw our team playing like we know they can play without key players involved, right? So well done to the boys. I love what I see. So let's pull up my notes and let's talk about it. Well, before I pull up my notes, why don't we watch the trophy lift? Because some people say the Community Shield is not a trophy. Some people say it's a glorified friendly, but that is not how I look at it. I want to see us win these games. I don't see it as a friendly. So you're telling me that if you are not ready this week and you're just counting as a friendly, you're going to be ready next week when the season starts? Nah, 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 nah. I count this as a trophy that we should be winning. I don't care what anyone says. So let's just take the boys in with
with Odegaard. He looked like the Odegaard that played with Norway this summer, as opposed to the Odegaard that was with Arsenal last year, where some people questioned if he's the right player for them anymore. Lots of talk about Eze and replacing that sort of position, but today, as captain, I thought he was excellent, dictated the tempo of the game,
in his
and
cabinet.
was right.
Of course, they won the
Rewarded with
EFL
that
Cup
goal where he
at
shuts down big
Newcastle. But
Right, they've
he's
turned on the
starting
music
to feel
here.
what it feels like.
We're ready to party. It might not be the
The pressure
weekend, but
and also
I
the
like this
joy
one.
that comes with being a part of Arsenal Football Club. You know what I mean? So let's just remove that and let's talk about the game. First and foremost, I'm going to highlight a few players, right? I'm going to highlight a few players, and I keep saying it. When this team is at their best, there are not a lot of teams in the world that can match us. It doesn't matter, barring none. No matter what team you call, when this team is at their best, we can beat whomever, whatever name you call. I say that without a doubt. We are one of the best teams in the world, right? So Odegaard, right off the bat, Odegaard, Odegaard, Odegaard. And I was watching Odegaard in the World Cup, and I'm like, if we get this Odegaard back at Arsenal, I am good. I'm not worried about the 10th position. And today, we saw World Cup Odegaard. The Odegaard magic came back today. And all I'm asking Odegaard, just keep playing that way consistently throughout the season. Knock on wood, no injuries affect him this season because he had some injury problems last season. And we get this Odegaard. When Odegaard plays like that, he is an amazing player. And he was just controlling the game from start to the point where he came off the pitch, right? Odegaard was just pulling the strings. If you did not see the Martin Odegaard goal, please go and watch it. He sat Donnarumma down. Martin Odegaard last season would have probably shoot first time, and Donnarumma would have probably saved that. But nah, he faked it. Sit down, and then he scored the goal. Amazing! I just love to see that Odegaard. So that is note number one. Odegaard magic is back. Both his pressing and more importantly, his attacking part of the game, his creative side of the game. And we know he has that. You know what I mean? Another player that I want to call out is David Raya. I said it already. I said Kepa Arrizabalaga should not be an Arsenal player. I don't want to see Kepa in an Arsenal shirt ever again. Melia, in my opinion, after seeing him for a couple of times, he's a better keeper than Kepa, right? And if you don't want to see that, I don't know what else to say. And I think the Arsenal staff, Mikel Arteta, should address this. Okay, but David Raya is one of the best, if not the best goalkeeper in the world. And you saw that with every interaction he had with the ball. His The ball at his feet for a goalkeeper is absolutely amazing. David Raya. His handling of the ball. Every time he comes for that ball on a corner, I am so calm because I know once they loop that ball, Raya is coming and he's going to get it. And if he does not come, he will stay on the line and make that save. And I saw that executed at an elite level today. I want to cast your mind back. If you did not watch the game, there was an offside called against Manchester City. And I think it was Haaland. He still had a shot. And that shot was about to nestle in the corner of the net. David Raya still saved it. It was an amazing save. And again, Semenyo. Semenyo, he has no business saving that goal. And David Raya saved it. He just has cat-like reflexes. And I know if Kepa was in goal, and I'm not trying to drag Kepa, I'm just saying the standards that we need to be, David Raya has shown us these standards. And if he's not in goal, it cannot drop as far as Kepa. That's just all I'm saying. I don't want to continue go on and on about Kepa, but I have to speak about it because I see Mikel putting him in the goal again when he cost us before, right? But Raya was just amazing today. His claims for the ball, his footwork, everything was absolutely amazing. And then MLS, Miles Lewis Kelly. This player, there should be no conversation about MLS leaving the Arsenal Football Club. There should be none whatsoever. I said it already. This guy will be an elite midfielder. That's how much I believe in his talent. He is amazing. And the fact that he has the defensive side of his game from playing left back, he brings that into his creativity and it makes him a complete midfielder. He doesn't lose the ball a lot. He sees the creative passes, Call of Fury goal, right? It's coming from Miles Lewis Kelly. Let's just take a moment to talk about Call of Fury and how this guy plays. This guy is a creative outlet for us. I've said it many times. When Call of Fury plays in the Arsenal team, we're very unpredictable. You don't know where he's going to be. And fastest goal in Community Shield history, shout out to Call of Fury, man. Absolutely wonderful goal. And I'm just going to touch on the last name. I'm not going to go through the entire team. Solis. 2 assists for Solis. But I'm going to say something that might be a bit controversial. I didn't think Solis had his best game. And I know it's hard to say that because we don't have a big sample size when it comes on to Solis. But he looked a bit labored, not so much um, his creativity or anything like that, but just the pace of the Premier League itself. And we were playing against a Premier League team, and he looked a bit labored. Having said that, you can see that he did not stop going. He's a very hard worker, and that fits the mold perfectly, right? He got the 2 assists, but you can tell that the creative part of his game is not at the elite level and it needs some work, right? I saw that. But having said that, he had a good game. But I'm kind of looking forward with Solis because of course he's a new player and we want him to come into the team and impose himself. There wasn't a lot of that today, but what I did love, he was where he needed to be when he needed to be there, right? And he worked very hard. His pressing game is amazing, but creatively going forward, I would have loved to see a bit more. And I'm saying that with 2 assists under his belt. So shout out to Solis. First real competitive game. We got 2 assists. we can't complain, even though I did a little bit of complaining there. You know what I mean? But it's just the standards. It's just the standards at Arsenal. But all in all, man, it was a great game from the boys. We absolutely slapped them from start to finish. At no time it appeared that they were going to cause us any issues. Even when they had the ball, we were in our compact unit and we were controlling the game even without the ball, right? If you watch Arsenal, you know what I'm talking about. Yes, you can have the ball, but are you going to threaten us with that position? And at no time we look really bothered. Shout out to Bruno as well. Bruno made his debut. 45 minutes. I saw ice pack on his leg. Hopefully that is nothing serious, right? And of course, Bruno came out and Rice came in. Zubimendi came in. I talked about this midfield already. This midfield is elite. Elite. We can match anyone in the world. But let me know what you think about the game. Let me know what you think about the Community Shield. You know, people talk about it's not a trophy, whatnot. I don't think so. But let me know what you think. Let me know what players, which of the players stood out to you, right? And we can have a conversation about it. Remember to like the channel. Remember to subscribe to the channel. You can catch me on YouTube, Arsenal Football Channel, and of course, you can catch me on TikTok at Arsenal Football CH. Until next time, guys. Blessing to you, blessing to your family. Stay blessed, and I'll speak to you again soon.